Well, as we mentioned earlier, a significant amount of livestock in the U.S. is raised in confinement buildings under contract with suppliers. That does leave farmers looking for the right planning steps to minimize or even eliminate that self-employment tax. Well, we check back in with Roger McEowen. He's with the Washburn University School of Law and providing a bit of guidance. And hello once again, Roger. Now, again, if you would, give us some background on the self-employment income and exactly how it's taxed.
Yeah, good morning, Janet. Good to be with you. Sorry about the connection. We just literally had a storm roll in and it kind of knocked my video connection out. But SE tax is 15.3% on the self-employment income of every individual. So if I'm a self-employed farmer, I've got my income that's subject to income tax, then I have to add on 15.3%. That's the FICA tax, the SE tax. It's funding supposedly Social Security. And but it doesn't apply to rental income. So if I have rental income in which I'm not involved materially, then I don't have to pay that additional 15.3%.
So how does this work when it comes to livestock confinement buildings and contract production?
See, that's really the key point. Does that contract with an integrator that supplies poultry or supplies hogs to a building I have or some other type of livestock or even crops, is that rental income that's not subject to self-employment tax, or is it trade or business income that is subject to self-employment tax? And the answer is it depends. It depends on how involved the farmer is under the contract. And just to cut to the chase on this, the vast majority of these contracts are going to require a significant amount of participation by the farmer. So that means that income under the contract will be hit with that additional 15.3%.
So with all that being said, what planning considerations do farmers need to keep in mind?
Well, here's what you can do. See if you can break that contractual arrangement into two contracts. One for the labor services that are provided for raising poultry, raising the hogs, growing the crops, whatever it is. And then a second one for the rental of the building. If it is a confinement building for livestock or poultry, break it into two. And so you issue a 1099 miscellaneous on the building rent and then a W-2 for the labor services. And the labor services will be subject to self-employment tax, but the building rent portion will be not. I would suggest that people want to look into that. And then maybe if you're generating high interest expense and depreciation, you want to go ahead and pay the self-employment tax because you might generate a net operating loss. So lots of things to think about.
All right, Roger, as always, thank you very much for your insight. You can go online to washburnlaw.edu/WALTR for more information. Again, Roger McEowen with the Washburn School of Law on the phone with us today out of Topeka, Kansas.